Welcome back to the World Curling Federation's Olympic Qualification event 2017. We're in Pilsen, Czech Republic, a lovely little city in the west known for their production of beer and a University of the West, Bohemia, with a focus on law, engineering and applied science. In December, the Christmas market is flourishing, but at the same time, lots of action will take place here in the Kossuth Arena. It's Denmark taking on the Czech Republic in the men's second session. My name is Sander Olvag and I'm joined by Olympian Anne Swisshelm. Good afternoon, Anne.
Good afternoon, Sander.
Pre-game practices are in the books. Teams are warmed up and ready to go. So let's meet our players. Just being introduced for the crowds here in Pilsen. At lead for Denmark today we have Oliver Dupont. At second, Mikkel Pilsen. At third and vice is Johnny Fredriksson. And the team is kept by Rasmus Stjerning.
And for the host nation, playing lead, Jindrik Kitzberger. At second, Martin Snittel. Playing third rocks and vice skip, Lukas Klima. And skip, Jiri Schnittel.
Take a look at the standings and how the team rack up so far. It's China, Czech Republic, Italy and Russia, all at 1 win. Denmark, Finland and Germany alongside Netherlands at 0-1. These are the other games in the arena this afternoon. Italy will play China, Netherlands will play Germany, and it's Russia to play Finland. And we'll be sure to keep you up to date on the scores and have some highlights for you. As you see Martin Snittel just making his final preparations. It is Denmark to have the last stone advantage as we start this game. Denmark will be throwing the red stones. Czech Republic will be throwing the yellow stones. So see Jiri Schnittel is putting on his anti-slider, getting ready at the head, and will call for a draw to the top four from his lead and lead of Czech Republic, Jindrik Kitzberger. What can we expect from this game, Anne?
Well, this is a pivotal game. The Czech Republic team is coming off a very nice win in the opening draw against Finland last night. And Denmark, on the other side, a disappointing loss to the Russian men's team, and really in need of a win. The Denmark team is an interesting kind of competitive history. They are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team. They have had extraordinary performances. And as we get a look at Oliver Dupont, the young lead on the team, they've had extraordinary performances and really a silver medal at the World Championship and then missed qualification the next year. That silver medal winning team really needs to show up here today in order for them to get their first win on the board and move towards that all-important Olympic qualification on the line.
That's it. Yep. Sam. Game.
With a really simple end to start. Both teams just kind of getting their ice legs under them, getting used to the ice. Happy to throw the rocks in the rings and then simply take them out, get settled in.
Well, we did see this from Denmark yesterday against Russia too. They started the game with 2 blank ends, having hammer in the first end. So might be up to the Czech Republic to put the center guard in play if they want to force some stones in play. As we take a look at the second player for Czech Republic, Martin Snittel. Will be going wide out to the wing here for this hit.
Ninja Kitzberger working hard to hold that rock on line.
Oh, not sure if it's going to make it there. Just enough to feather it out. Well, good enough.
I thought maybe this might be an opportunity to throw corner guard, see what happens, but it looks like Mikael Pilsen has been called to put this rock into the rings on the tee line.
Well, it's clear that they're having a game plan and they're going to follow it.
This one might be coming up just light. We might get our corner guard.
Here you see the rules of play. 6 ends minimum to be played, although the game is scheduled for 10 ends. 38 minutes of thinking time, and you'll have 1 60-second timeout per team. As Martin Snittel is asked to peel the corner guard here, but again, just over curling, and will end up nose hitting, leaving a corner for Denmark to use. And this time they will say, yes, let's get this going. Come around, set up for 2.
A great opportunity, especially with Mikael having just thrown down this path. They just saw this exact shot, add a little bit more weight, put that rock into the rings, fully undercover, and get the action going. Super shot there.
Beautiful draw by Pilsen. And now the run back called from Czech third, Lukáš Klima. Had a pretty solid game against Finland yesterday. Starting off with a bit of a half shot here. Does at least open up that redstone and leaves a center guard.
Yeah, which may come back to help them. A little discussion for Denmark on how to play this situation.
We'll just draw the wing, I think. As we take our first look at Johnny Fredriksson, the veteran on the team. Do you like this goal, Anne?
You know what they're going to do if you go under center. Now this creates some potential doubt. They're going to hit the higher one and try and roll under that center guard. So this becomes about what's comfortable for the team.
What's the pros and cons of coming around the center guard?
Well, you come around the center guard and you sit short, you sit high. Now they've got a double center guard to hit and roll behind. So by pulling the play to the wings, I think you force them into making a tougher shot. A hit and a roll is 2 shots together rather than providing just a draw, potentially, as a single shot. That said, Denmark's still in a really nice opportunity to open up with a score of 2 here. They can execute out. And a good throw, but it's still wide open.
Já jsem myslel, že první nebude točit a byl jsem překvapený a blbě jsem ti do toho přišel.
Fredriksson will look to hit and roll back to the wing.
Looked like he popped that one out just a little bit. Getting better line.
Jiří Snitil just saw Lucas Klima throw down this path, so should have a pretty good guess for line here. Make the roll in behind cover.
David! Sam! Připrav se! Ne. Ne! Hodně rovnej. Komora.
This is running on them a little bit. Just going to get to nose.
Well, we've seen that before. A spot straighten out when you throw a couple of rocks down the same line.
Yeah, all of a sudden after that first rock that really curl, they tend to straighten out. And in particular, if you put a little extra weight on or a little extra rotation, really kind of add a little pop to the release, they will run straight.
Så hvad blev I enige om?
Jeg vil hellere holde med over.
Ja, fint.
Altså ruller vi ind under nu, så åbner vi bare op, hvor han spiller rundt på den anden, og så har jeg den meget svært at tage.
Præcis.
Ja, nemlig. Nu er der andre, der spiller rullet, hvis der er 2 sten ud til højre, ja. Yes. Skal jeg også spille på den anden? Ja, tjek. Ja, meget normalt fart.
A big opportunity for Rasmus Stern to set his team up for this score of 2 here in this opening end. He struggled a bit last night. And just hits on the inside. Rolls further than he expected. It sets up a double for the Czech team.
Yeah, looking like a 2 for a long time here for Denmark, but now a chance for Snitil to kill the end for the Danes on his final stone.
Yeah. The positive news for the Denmark team is that they seem to be happy with the blank, and it might still be in play here if this shot is executed. And unfortunately, over curls a little bit for the Czech team and leaves a draw to the full 8-foot. Now, this will be the first draw that Rasmus has thrown in a little while. He did not participate in the last stone draw prior to the game. So real good, solid communication from his front end and third. Will greatly benefit his ability to execute the shot.
Last stone on the first end here. Could be a great start for Denmark. Needing a bit more than full 8-foot. Pilsen and DuPont on the sweep. Trying to drag it a bit further, but looking pretty good here. This will rest nicely on the 4-foot for 2. A great start for Denmark. That's what they needed to get them going. 2-0 after one end of play here. Skip Rasmus Sterne makes the draw for 2, so it's Oliver DuPont to start the second end. A couple of other DuPonts here in Pilsen this week.
Yeah, in the last draw, his sisters, Madeline and Denise, stole the win from Germany to be 2-0.
Jilka, dobrá?
Jilka, 1-2.
Jo, nebyl tolik doprovozený.
Je malej.
Musíš.
1-2.
Musíš.
Směr je OK.
Really working hard to get that stone over. And, you know, that spot on the ice, it's likely the first time that's been thrown. That across center, down into that path. Now, as we play the game, that path is going to get quick, quick, quick. Really hard brushing from Snittle and Klima. All the power, all the force they can put on the ice in front of that stone, dragging it as far as they can.
Hard, boys, hard. Yep. Hard! Hard! Let's go,
Nice guard by DuPont.
Great rock placement. You can see they're just really excellent. And because that corner guard is sitting so long, it's really hard to get in there. It draws the play away from the corner guard, forcing the Czech Republic around the wide side.
Awesome!
Čekej ještě chvíli. Jednovej. 8.
8.
1, 4. 8.
Okay.
A nice rebound on the second shot for Kitzberger. Mika Pilsen will try and answer.
Den fik det egentlig, Harling.
6, 7. 7. 7. 7, 8. 8.
They'd called for the freeze. This looks like it might be a little bit of a tap.
Fint med godt spillet.
Ale je to takový blbý. Třeba trefit tenhle sem asi.
Okay.
We'll have a look at Netherlands playing Germany. What's the call here for Jaap van Dorp?
Jaap van Dorp is having to fire in a corner guard, a long raise to a German counter sitting right on the center of the forefoot. Sweepers worked that really hard. It curled right out of his hand. No chance. And Germany opens the game with a steal of 1.
The Dutch boys suffered a bit of a heartbreak against Italy yesterday. Van Dorp missed his last shot. Allowed Mazana to draw for 2 in the win. You'd hate to drop an 0-2 here this week. Only 8 teams in the competition, so only 7 games.
Yeah, every single solitary game is so critical. There is very little room to bounce back. And this is a tough shot through a backwards port. Tight pass the high guard. And then tight pass the center guard. Beautifully played.
den, rulle over selv. Ja. 10. Hvorfor?
This looks quite heavy.
Pretty good result for Mikkel Pilsen. I'm sure Mikael Quist is happy with that, as he's perhaps scouting for rocks on the other sheets. You all keep a track of the what stones the other teams play, constantly trying to gather information. And here's Brian Gray, coach of Czech Republic. Not as preoccupied at the moment, but I'm sure he is focused on what's happening on our sheet here.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's happy that they're addressing this center guard as best as possible. And with an excellent run back, removes all the rocks from the forefoot. A little bit of relief.
Oni byli takové.
Johnny Fredrickson had a bit of a rough game against Russia yesterday, but I really think he plays an important role in this team. I know the Danes made the playoffs of the Europeans 3 times in a row with him on the team, and then 1 year he skipped out, and Denmark actually got relegated to the B division without him. So
yeah, he really is a calming influence. He's kind of a centering influence out there. His experience, his ability to stay in the present moment, not worry about too much in the past and not think too far ahead into the future, I think really helps Rasmus keep a handle on his emotions and perform at his highest level.
I think he also just offers a lot of support for Rasmus in a way that the younger boys just can't. Johnny Fredrickson having a lot of experience playing with Ulrich Schmidt as well before joining up with this younger team.
And the young player from the Czech Republic, and Lukáš Klima, nailing a run back absolutely perfectly.
Very nice. And sticks it buried. Himself skipped a few teams over the years at both the junior and university levels. Fredrickson a little bit unlucky there to stick the yellow on the wing.
Yeah, just got caught between the called angle and the played angle here. Just got a little caught. A little less sweeping, a little more sweeping, and he makes it.
Now the situation very similar to what we had in the first end. Just tables are a bit turned. Centre guards in play, but the Czechs will just draw to the open wing to sit 2. Only difference is that high corner guard, but it's not really in play.
And this is a bit of a rocket. It's starting to curl. Weight will come off it. Should stick around the back. And it does, but
Du kan ramme sådan, så du ved på kun halv. Du kan godt lige 11. Det var de 10.
See Ulrich Schmidt up there on the bench as well.
Ret plads, Ej!
The Danes just discussing what they want to do. Looks like they're playing the hit and roll. You can see actually the corner guard. That's a bit of a nuisance here.
It is. So they're just playing the little hit and flap to sit, showing maybe a piece on this outside. You don't want to roll too far in, that guard being really high.
Ligesom hvor vi hurtigt var i går, eller? Ja, sådan noget, de der okay. Det er bare normalt 11 her. Ja, den kører fint.
Gå!
God fart!
Lidt op, lidt op!
Ja!
Got stuck a little bit in between the two rolls here.
Yeah, I think the weight was surprising out there. I don't believe that was the exact weight call, that kind of tender, delicate weight. They wanted to be in control, but weight came off that. It started curling very early. And this allows Martin Snittle, Yuri Snittle, play the same shot that his brother Martin played earlier in the end. Port's a little bit wider now.
50 je asi v pohodě.
Točil otázky.
Trying to get a little bit of the outside roll here.
Not enough, I think. Might have left a double here for Rasmus Stjarne.
Okay, det er
This is a type of shot I've seen him play numerous of times. Definitely a confident Stjarne wouldn't think twice about playing it.
Yeah, at this moment, it's his confidence in knowing the ice.
Looks like he's just going to play the hit and roll though.
Okay.
Okay. Jeg synes ikke, den der pildobbel er så tillokkende, som den sending har læst.
Or?
Rulle den bag. Nemmere hernede fra. Ja, det ser ud til, at der er meget plads. Den er nemmere hernede fra, Johnny. At spille pildoblen. Ja.
Switch to the double.
Yeah. Hit and roll was the call on the way down to the hack, but
yeah, I think he got a little more comfortable with how big the port was when he saw it from the other end. All of a sudden, it became a little bit easier visually. Easier.
You can definitely throw these.
Yes, and that's curling pretty hard right away.
Oliver Dupont trying to keep it, but changing up the call for the hit and roll. Roll on top as well here. Klima trying to sweep it.
Oh, and they just got caught between the two.
Just caught it a little too full. It's going to leave a draw for EJ Snittel. Just needs a nibble of the 8-foot here to score 2 right back and tie the game.
Poctivě s otáčkama. Jinak vlastně máš tendenci plavat na konci dolů. Takhle jsem dotáčel doprostřed 4 stop.
The ice has been pretty quick this week. If we take a look at the last one here, second end, we'll have a clock up. What kind of times are we looking for here, Anne?
In the second end, I think somewhere around 14.7 to 15 seconds. Hog to hog. And this one's curling really hard.
You get 14.7, so it should be in the ballpark. If you're right, Anne. With some sweeping, at least, they will get it there. Good brush by the boys, and 2 on the scoreboard for Czech Republic. It is a tied game after 2 here in the Kossuth Arena. Stay tuned.
No, představil bych si ještě možná posílit.
To už já se bojím, že do toho jednou drbnu.
No a pak já, když hodím takhle 0,6 svým měkoučem, tak skončím.
To radši se budu že 90 a hrát tou rukou stejně teda.
Jo, není.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
The Olympic qualification event. Pilsen is underway, third end between Denmark and the Czech Republic. Czechs playing at home. Scored a 2 back now. It's a tie game. We're back to scratch. But this time the Czechs will throw the center guard to get something going.
Yeah, they're testing a couple of different tactics. First end, they went right in without the hammer. This end, they go a little bit short without the hammer.
What's the difference, though, coming in and throwing the guard?
It really is just to see, kind of test what your opposition's doing and maybe what the goal of the end is for you. Throwing in, you're okay with a blank. You're okay with leaving the game tied, and you're not trying to move the last rock advantage at all. When you throw the center guard, you are trying to make a move on what happens with that last rock advantage.
Oliver DuPont not quite being able to come around the center guard.
Indian Kitzberger playing a little bit of a takeout and should roll to the wings a little bit.
Sorry for that.
Wow, the weight really came off that one.
We'll have a look at Italy, China. Looks like Amos Mazar trying to come after the Chinese rock and move it up just a little bit to score 2, perhaps. Probably the tallest guy in the competition this week. This is looking pretty close here. Sneaks past the guard, down onto that yellow rock. Perfect shot by Mozaner. And we'll sit for 2 points in the second end. That'll be an interesting matchup. China looking very strong yesterday. But maybe Italy have a grasp on them.
Okay.
Je to, Martine.
Kolik?
9-7.
37.
Hej, 10. 10. Ja.
Just kind of trading places here. Denmark and the Czechs.
Yep. 10. Yep. 10. Kom her hele vejen. Kom. Kom hele vejen.
Trying to roll this rock in and under. Over curls a bit and sits on nose. That's not a bad option there. It gives them a corner guard. Of course, with the center guard still in play, Czech Republic will try and take advantage.
Málo rukou.
9-4. Rukou standardně.
9-3.
Jsme 8! Máme místo!
Můžem! Ještě pořád, ještě jenom výuku. Jo.
Pojď, Lukáši! Pojď! Ještě!
Jo, pojď točit, dobře, pojď, dokončil.
A really nice draw from Martin Snittle.
We'll have a draw on sheet Delta as well. Russia playing Finland. Just a nibble on the top 12 there for Aku Costa. Means he can draw for 2. Made some incredible runbacks last night. That should be a pretty routine shot here.
Näyttäisi, että ollaan perin vähintään. Ei ole hiljainen millään.
And Janna Pitko just keeping it clean. And this will settle nicely. Right on the forefoot. 2 points for Finland. That's a tied game after 2 ends.
And after the failed run back attempt, the Czech team has an opportunity to remove the last Danish stone in play. Roll onto the rings for cover.
Good shot by Lukas Klima. Denmark could play the double here, but keeping it a little more simple. Trying to play the hit and roll and underneath cover.
Yeah, I like this call. It's a relatively simple call for Denmark, and they still have 4 rocks left, and it forces the Czech team to make a harder shot. That ups the level of difficulty and provides an opportunity for Denmark to still get their 2 points with the hammer.
Yeah, it's a nice little roll there as well. Klima will have to come after this with some soft weight.
Fajn.
10 půl.
Čekej. Čistě. Yep. Yep.
Pretty good here from Lukas Klima. He'll hit and stick.
And create great separation.
Yeah, Van Dorp in a bit of trouble. Alexander Baumann played an incredible angled run back to stick it on the forefoot, sitting 2. This is a draw.
Yeah, he actually needs to tap it a little bit.
I don't think they're going to get there, so we'll cut them down to the single, I believe. But still a 1 for Germany, so 2-0 for the Germans after 2 ends of play. Johnny Fredriksson makes a nice roll.
Yeah, that's it.
To try and group these yellows. It'd be tough for EJ Snital to make the hit and roll back to the other wing without jamming here, so he's gonna have to try and catch this on the high side.
10.
Yep. 10 půl. Yep. 10 půl.
Yep.
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 Yep. Je stejně jako ten tvůj. Yep.
They're holding the line really great.
Okay. Super.
Fantastic sweeping.
10 půl.
We've seen some good shot making so far in this game.
Lino.
Both teams are looking very steady, very confident, really easy kind of energy. Nothing too up, nothing too down. Both teams seeing lots of success.
It's clear that, you know, playing that one game yesterday was enough to get them adjusted to the ice, and then they're both ready to come on, and you know, they know what they're doing. They know where to put the broom.
Go. Yep. 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 Hey. Yep. Hey.
Needs to play a double here to keep the blank alive, Rasmus Stjerne, but he will stuff it again. Just kind of caught it in between the two ways to make the double. Could have probably swept that less to make the double.
Yeah, which I think is what third was going for. Just caught between the two.
Yep.
So a great chance for Jiří Snitel to just make the hit and stick, really. And that will force Denmark to score their one.
That's it. Sam. That's it. Yep. Yep. Wait. Wait. Okay.
Hey.
Super.
Ja. Die går fint. Yes.
Last stone of the third in here for Skip Stjerne. Just needs to hit this one right on the beak to score the single point. Hanging out there a little bit. Needs to come back on them.
Starts to move usually at the end here after the hog line.
That should be enough right there for Denmark. So 1 point. Not what they were hoping for, but Czech Republic quite happy. But it is Denmark in the lead 3-2 after 3 ends of play here.
Jeg vil rigtig høre dig før, John. Ja, skal bare lige...
Well, I think these are the gentlemen serving the excellent food here in the Kossuth Arena this week.
It's nice to see them out getting a break and enjoying the curling.
Keeping all the staff fed here for the long week of curling. That's an important job too.
All the jobs are critical.
Of course, nutrition becoming really important, also in the curling world. Do teams work with nutritionists? And, is that becoming a bigger part of the sport?
I think on a regular basis, teams are working with nutritionists, sports psychologists, fitness and physio trainers, trying to make the most of their natural ability, their mental ability, and that emotional quotient that really comes into play. And all the expertise in the world. The more you can add, I think the better and stronger the players get and the teams get.
Yeah, just kind of feel at this level, if you can improve your game only by 1%, it could be pivotal.
When you're talking about a game of millimeters or inches and key percentage points, anywhere where you can make significant improvement or even just little steps makes a huge impact.
Denmark was hoping to keep this a guard, but Sweepers is just a little bit too antsy and has brought this into the house. So a chance for the Czech Republic to play the double Kitzberger. Won't get to play doubles very often at the lead position, but gets a chance here. We'll stuff it, but at least keeps the shooter in play.
Keeps his shooter right in front.
Definitely tempting for Stjarne to throw the center guard on this.
Yeah, it's a wonderful situation to kind of delay and force the Czech Republic to kind of spend a little bit of time out front, waste a couple of rocks out in front of the rings potentially. And you're sitting in a nice position, right on top of the forefoot. Your second is playing beautifully at 83%. Now that's a really, really annoying rock up there. That is a rock that's in such a good / challenging position. It's a little long, but so they're talking about playing a split on their own yellow.
So what are they achieving by doing this?
A couple of different options. If they play, you saw there that the skip suggested that Martin Snittle has a couple of different options. He's looking for about backline weight. Option A is to get to the face of that yellow stone and drive it right back onto the red one with tap weight. The other option is a split. Put two rocks on the rings and force Denmark into hitting one of them.
Well, we kind of end up with something in between, but we're going to have a look at Russia playing Finland. And it's Finland line 3 here. Alexei Timofeyev will have to draw for the single point. Big sweep early, but only by the one sweeper, so means that they're close, I guess. But Artur Azabov joining in to drag this far enough. And it looks pretty good. Goes top 4, and Russia will lead the game 3-2 after 3 ends of play.
And with that last shot for the Czech Republic being just a little bit between the A shot and the B shot, it allowed the Dutch team to hit and roll and sit 1 and 2, one well under cover.
the short run back for Martin Schnittel. Looking pretty close here, just needs to finish up a little bit. And that's a beautiful curling shot right there.
Great shot. Steady, confident play. I like the weight call there where it's not anything too big. It's controllable. You can give it to the sweepers. They can participate in the shot.
Still pops out a little bit in the open. With that long center guard, Johnny Fredriksson should have a pretty good chance of coming around. Removing it from play. Might even get a tiny roll in behind cover. Well past the guard. And a nice nose hit from the veteran.
Okay.
11 Sky, fine.
11 půl.
Roll před ten jeho.
Roll před ten jeho. To znamená, může být pade.
Jo.
Lukáš Klima to play a hit and roll off the shot zone here, but this one's all over the center guard. And, be sure that Denmark will replace that guard now, but probably try and put an even better on.
Yeah, they have the opportunity to improve the positioning on that guard. Rock running a little hot. A little too much momentum.
That's a bit of a missed opportunity for Denmark as we look at China. They're eyeing up a big shot here. See the redstone back at the 4.
Coach Marcel Rock.
Is he convinced?
He's not even watching. He's watching another game. So, Leo Ray playing an angle run to pick the Italian stone off the back of the 4-foot.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Trying to hold the line here. Big sweep, gets the angle onto that redstone and sticks it for 3. An incredible shot by Liu Ray. And all of a sudden, China in the lead. 3 shots to 2 after 3. And that's the kind of play that's going to get you to the Olympics. Meanwhile, I'm not sure if the Czechs made the best out of their opportunity.
Yeah, they just got on the wrong side of that run back and ended up jamming a little bit. They did keep their shooter around the rings, but it's 3rd count. And gives Rasmus Stern a chance to guard that rock in the top 4-foot. Almost in the top 4-foot. Having a little bit of trouble getting that weight and line together for guards. You can hear everyone wanting to make that rock curl go for as far as it can.
Rasmus has always been quite animated and intense on the ice. You kind of feel that the more intense he is, the better he's playing.
Okay.
I'm sure there's more to come.
Yep.
I haven't heard too much whistling today, but I guess we'll hear that too at some point.
The famous whistle.
Calling off the sweepers.
It is a unique sound. Sweepers can hear it in almost any venue, regardless of the crowd noise or any kind of ambient noise or echo, with lots of yelling happening out there. Lots of communication happening out there.
All of a sudden a chance for Jiří Snítel to actually make a hit and roll. I might set it for 2, but this one just not curling enough, and it'll just roll out. Denmark with a chance to come around the center guard again. A lot of good shots being made in this game, but the last couple have sort of half shots, really. Opportunities kind of swinging back and forth. See if Rasmus Stjerna can take care of this. Come around, full buried. And that might leave a very tough shot for the Czechs. Remember, it was 14-7 down this path earlier, and that was barely in the top 8. So maybe looking for this to be closer to 14-0, unless it's quickened up, that is. It's 14-1.
Line's looking better and better as it travels a little bit further.
That's a very nice draw by the Danish skip. Perfect stone placement. And I don't think there's a straight draw available for the Czech Republic. Jiří Snítel might have to come down onto that shot stone and bounce off it.
A little bit of a tick bounce.
It's always a bit dangerous, you know. If you end up throwing it all too much, you might slide and slip right off and give up a steal of 2.
Yeah, and if you throw it a little too carefully, you over curl and get to the nose, and
you know, if you overthrow it, you might even catch that corner guard. So this is a tough one here. It's the type of shot where, you know, you don't want to be too safe, but you don't want to be too aggressive with it either. It's definitely there. Make sure you can bring your sweepers into play here.
Yeah, you want the whole team helping you make this shot. Line's good. It's all about weight management.
Starting to dig in now, trying to hold it. But it's carving in, and it's starting to curl. Is it too much? I think so. Just had to have another foot of weight on that one there, Jiří Snítel. And it's a steal of 1 for Denmark. So they'll be 2 up. It's a 4-2 game after 4 ends of play here. We'll be back.
løber i 6 vejer.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
So this is the situation. Denmark up by 2 after 4 ends of play here, playing the home favourites. Denmark is at 0-1. The Czechs are at 1-0 in terms of win and loss records. So definitely for Denmark, it'd be very important to get a win on the board and not go 0-2. The Czech Republic, of course, wants to keep their momentum and win as many games as they can in front of the home fans.
Yeah, take advantage of that opportunity with the home crowd.
Docela zastavuje. Vůbec tam k tomu nechoďte.
Bude 3.
Vůbec k tomu nechoďte ani
Bude
blízko.
3.
Ani blízko k němu nechoďte.
9-1.
9-4.
Just stops in the free guard zone area.
Oliver DuPont's been looking pretty steady so far.
Really steady. He played a steady game in their loss last night.
He of course was a part of the Danish team skipped by Rasmus Stjernen that won the World Juniors back in 2009 in the Olympic arena for the Vancouver Olympics. So they already know how it is to win in an Olympic venue.
And they medaled at the World Championships. There's lots of talent, lots of experience, lots of skill here. They just need to put it all together, and for all these teams, this is the week to do it.
Yeah, it's tough to think that only 2 of the teams here will make it to the Olympics, and so many other good teams won't even get to play. But it's just the kind of level curling's gotten to.
The depth of talent, the strength of field across the world is really, it's inspiring. The sport of curling is growing. It is an Olympic fan favorite. We know it's an ancient sport. It's a fairly young Olympic sport in these modern times, but well-executed hit and roll creates a tough situation for the Czech team. Martin Snittle is playing another run back. Seems to be playing these quite a bit today.
A little unlucky there. Had a couple of options. That was not really one of them. At least leaves 2 corner guards stacked. As we take a look at Italy, Ooh, they're in a bit of trouble here. Amos Mozaner having to draw against 3. And that just after giving up the 3 in the third.
Yeah, the draw is relatively wide open. He needs a bit of the 4-foot, a little bit better than full 8-foot to score a single point and tie the game up.
Ferrara going in on the sweep here.
Oh, and the weight is just coming off this so hard. Out in that fresh pebble.
Wow, that's going to pull short. 3 points for China. That's a steal. 6-2 now after 4 ends of play. Wow. Italy had such a good start, scoring that 2 in the second, but now the game's slipping away from them. As we see Mikkel Pilsen looking for the peel on the corner, but they're going to play the down weight to try and roll.
Roll to a center guard.
Yeah. Very nicely played. Certainly is a double for the Czech Republic, maybe even a double and roll in behind cover.
Co čekáš víc? 10 nebo 9?
10 je OK. 10 asi nepůjdou oba.
To asi nevadí zatím.
Zatím
Ale
nemá.
musíme udržet střelce.
Hlavní je udržet střelce.
9 je to víc naplno. 9 je asi fajn.
So, great communication between the brothers, verifying the exact weight, exactly the spot where they need to hit in order to make the double, in order to make the roll. This one's just over curling. They're going to get to nose.
We've seen that spot curl quite a lot, a few times in this game.
Yeah, that's the same spot on the first end where they nosed the corner guard.
Stand turn going away, coming off the center line as we take a look at Aku Costa. And this is a draw for how many? I believe he's sitting 1. So draw for 2. Working this for Curl. Actually trying to split the stone in the top 12 for 3, but doesn't quite get there. But ends up tapping. 1 yellow up for 2. And it's a 4-3 game after 4 ends.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Hard! Hard točí hodně, pojď. Okay.
Again, just over curling there.
Možná málo pozitivní jenom. To bylo takový hodně točivý, nevím.
It sometimes can be tough to trust the fact that it curls. It's quite so important to have that communication that if you're playing third, you can ask your second how much it's actually swinging, and then you just have to believe it and trust the information.
Really commit to it, and it's a lot about the icing. You might need to be a little bit brave, and the Czech team is spending a lot of time talking about multiple shots, getting A and B, getting a lot out of rocks. I think they need to focus a little bit on just the basic shot. They want the hit and roll and get something under the corner guard and drag the attention for Rasmus Stern into the wings. But, and they're, I think, icing a little tight and then throwing a little cautiously and over curling in this spot. Now they've got another opportunity. The weight call's been raised a bit. So you see a little bit more momentum.
Yep.
this time they get it. Great shot.
Also byla moc.
Aspoň se mi konečně udržel. Rudá hlava.
Jsem byla možná moc, já jsem se ho bál pustit víc na komoru toho prvního. Aby jsme ho... No právě, tamhle, i když jako no, ne, on čil tak jako akorát.
Det spiller rulle åben på indersiden. Ja. Enig. Ja.
Now this is a shot I think Rasmus really needs to roll pretty far, not just tuck underneath that tight corner guard. Because if he tucks underneath the tight corner guard, the Czech team will have a chance to run it back and roll their shooter on and sit 1 and 2 with 1 rock left. Got to play as tight to the corner as they can and roll it all the way over. That is outstanding. Not sure why they weren't sweeping that harder for lying underneath the corner on the other side, but really great shot. Here we go, we get a chance. How close is it to that corner guard? They play it pretty tight. They get the nice roll. Beautiful angle on that.
Hek šedé, fajn.
Pěta šedé.
Oh, that's right from release. Seems okay. They're finally taking it easy. I think the young third saw something in release that maybe was corrected by the veteran skip.
Okay.
Oh, they overcurled that spot so many times.
I know,
I'm sure they
they're
were just being a little careful.
Little panicky in the sweep call.
Panic. There's a bit of panic maybe for the Dutch here. Facing 3. But should be a pretty straightforward shot here for Jaap van Dorp to get on the board before halftime. And it's looking pretty good here. Just coming down onto the shot stone. And that's a single point, so Germany will be 2-1 up on the Dutch coming into halftime. But a good hit and roll from Rasmus Stjerne here. Could get the force. Trying to hold it. Just past the guard. Is it enough to remove the yellow? Yes, it is, and they will stick around, but they have overrolled it, so Czech Republic will have the chance to play the hit and run and blank the end.
Yep, that is a tricky little spot.
But you can see that Rasmus is, he dares to play those shots, to play the soft enough weight to get the curl and the finish. Sometimes even not enough weight. But somehow I like seeing that better than overthrowing stones constantly.
Well, if you overthrow it, then your sweepers are taken out of the equation completely. There's really nothing anyone can do. You either make the shot on your own or you don't. With that nice kind of control weight, You got a chance, and this is going to stick around.
Yeah, big mistake by Jiří Snitil. That's an unforced error. And it's a 1 point for Czech Republic. They were definitely hoping to blank and retain hammer, but it is 1 point. So at halftime, Denmark will lead it 4-3. Denmark, Czech Republic in the men's second session. And the first end, Rasmus Stjerna with a great chance to score 2. Pilsen and DuPont on the sweep as they drag this in nicely to the forefoot. And it's a deuce on the board for Denmark. In the second end, Czech Republic with a chance to reply. Jiří Snitil only needing a piece of the 8-foot for the 2. Big scrub for the boys to get it there, but good enough to tie the game up at 2 each after 2 ends of play. Denmark scores a single in the third, and that takes us to the fourth end. Jiří Snitil with a tough little tap and roll for the single. Just over curls. Just can't quite get it there, so a steal of 1 for Denmark. After 5 ends, it's 4-3. These are the other scores in the Kossuth Arena this afternoon. China up by 2 against Italy. Germany leads 2-1 over the Netherlands in a low-scoring game, and it's Finland to lead Russia 4-3.
Jeg kan jo bedst lide at gå rundt, men jeg tror, det er rigeligt at gå rundt. Det tror jeg. Det synes jeg også. Bare vi lægger højt i ringen. For vi behøver ikke at lægge 4 på, vi kan bare lægge 8 på.
Denmark just planning the next couple of ends here. He should be pretty content, up by 1, with the hammer coming back onto the ice for the 6th end.
Det føles godt, du.
Samuel Mockers, the alternates, brought some fruit for his team. Just trying to figure out what they need to improve.
Yeah.
Definitely hasn't been a bad game. Both teams making quite a few shots.
He was sliding on the
Just getting caught out in a few tricky spots, and you see the total percentages. Denmark outplaying the Czechs by 15%. It's really the hit percentages for the Czechs that stands out. Just not making the hit and rolls. Just having a bit of a hard problem with that. Not really too many big misses, but just a lot of half shots, really, Anne.
Yeah, it is just half shots, and it's kind of the wrong side of the inch. They just need to get a little bit more, and they'll be right back in this game.
I think the teams are ready to head back onto the ice. Definitely some home support. We saw the school kids come in for the women's game this morning. to cheer on Anna Kubeškova's team. And they picked up a win. Now it's Jiří Šnitel and the boys that need some extra support to turn this game around. And it's Jindřich Kitzberger to throw the tight center guard here in the sixth end to get them off to a good start.
They are going to need some really good rock positioning to set up some steals.
Nebudu ti pomáhat, ale pokračuj. Ušetři úplně. Já jsem zvědavý na to se jí převlíct.
I'm not sure that's their favorite rock. Teams talked a little bit about that. Stone that Jindřich Kitzberger is throwing first. And that was some nice work on the sweeping. Now Oliver DuPont, Stone. Looking to come around it, maybe tap it onto the rings because it is so tight. Playing the straight come around.
And again, very nice draw by Oliver DuPont.
Really very steady play.
Yeah, settling nicely in the lead role.
It's such a critical position in the sense that they absolutely set the table for a team executing its goals, whether your goal is to steal, to force another team to a single point, to score multiple points.
Kitzberger making a nice draw. Both Kitzberger and DuPont has played second on several occasions in the past, but playing lead this week. You think it's good for a player to have played different positions, or you prefer a player to just stick to the one role of a team throughout his career?
Well, I think the lead position really is a bit of an island. You throw at nothing. The space is wide open. But the precision is critical. It's you still have to throw to a spot. I think it's a little bit different. I like to see leads that stay at lead. I think it's similar to the skip position in that. And I think each position requires a structure and a set of skills that really need to be defined, and you need to work on them very specifically. So changing positions around, it's tough.
Martin Snitel also played third for his brother many times before, but at second for this season. And he's had a bit of a struggle so far in this game.
Yeah, the rock placement isn't as specific as we saw in the start of the game last night. And continuing his excellent play, Mikael Pilsen.
Looking for a double here. 1-2. There we go. And he continues to deliver the goods.
When you have a second who is making shots like this that you can count on, it allows you to create and be a little more bold with your offensive choices. It gives you confidence that they can make the defensive double shots when you need them. It's really such a weapon right now for Rasmus Stern and his team from Denmark.
Yep.
Just over curling here, and just not really applying any pressure on Denmark in this end. As we take a look at Russia and Alexei Timofeyev Throwing the last stone here, a draw for 2.
With his first rock in this 5th end, he made a beautiful tap around a center guard that really set up this draw here. He needs a bit of the forefoot. Precision draw to a side edge of the forefoot. No problem. Russia takes a 5-4 lead into the break.
Hard on, Johnny. Go, go, go. Okay.
Denmark just kind of splitting the rings here. No double on for the Czechs, but a little hit and roll if they wanted to. If they're feeling a bit cheeky, they could just also maybe just come around the guard. Just depends on how much they want to risk here. It's very much about what you leave your opponent as well.
Yeah, and I think for them, they also really want to leave that center guard.
Whoa, whoa, it is game. Whoa.
This one's got a nice angle coming into the house. Beautiful weight.
Okay.
Right.
Just overswept it a little bit. Even to curl just a touch more.
Yeah, even just an inch more makes this shot really tough.
We get the same situation once more. A split house with a center guard in play. As you see, Johnny Fredriksson upping his game from yesterday, playing a solid 80%. Does get a wee roll to the wing.
It's a good shot, Johnny. He's getting ready to make his next one. Never too high, never too low.
That's it.
Fine, that's it.
Liverpool, Messi.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This one a little bit more weight. Straightens out. Hits on the high side and rolls out of play.
Det kan godt gå hjem. Der var ikke så meget plads. Er det ikke nu, vi går efter det her?
Jeg spiller der run back. Jeg skal lave den, ellers ligger der 3.
Ja. Den skal ikke lægge helt igennem. Den skal lægge halv.
Ja.
Ja. Ned 6.
Well, choosing to come around the center guard this time. We saw them draw the wing in a similar situation earlier in the game. Is there anything to gain from coming around the center guard rather than just to the open wing?
I kind of like the open wing. It worked for them. So, and if they make this too good, and with it slipping behind the tee line, it gives the Czech Republic team a chance to freeze down.
I kind of like the open wing too. I mean, even if you make that top 4, you kind of force the Czechs to play the run back.
To play the run back.
And if they stick it, you know, you're in a little trouble anyway. It's not really like the threes in play by coming around the center. for me.
Teďka rychlost.
And you have probably a whole more room for error drawing the wing as well. You see here, dropping a foot deep, and all of a sudden Snittel can play the freeze and maybe even set up for a steal.
Směr dobrý. Jenom Bílka.
Bílka by měla být.
It's the same draw he played for the win against Finland yesterday. In turn coming home.
Yeah, and it's the same draw that he almost made in the fourth end.
Podle mě Dílka je v pohodě. Ne, nechovejš. Nemám nic.
Wait's beautiful, just had to curl another foot. Corners tucked in behind the guard, but should still be possible for Stjarnan to come down onto it and tap it out. Only really has to tap it out of the 8 foot here, so.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get it all the way out of the rings. But with a little momentum, he can push the rock off the back 4 foot, still keep it around, and bounce the Czech stone off the back. Rasmus having a nice game. That 80%. Makes a real good one here. There's a very thin triple available. It is really risky.
Ale to mi přijde už jako hodně riskantní. Já bych zkoušel takhle, tady ty dva.
Go the final end of that sweep. Looking to make that curl a little bit, directionally sweeping.
Já to mám, abych trefil tenhle, tak to mám tady. To podle mě tady vždycky nečemu.
Back to calm.
It's all about the intensity of communication, delivering that information, being in the moment, and being able to dial back down in order to make your next shot.
So what's the call here for Snittel? Looks like maybe the
double and roll.
Yep, double and roll in front of the third one.
The third one.
Oh, and this is moving big towards the guard, and it's going to crash all over it. And 3 red stones remain. That will be an open draw to score 4 for Denmark and just blow this game right open. Wow, big mistake there. Not really close at all.
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely crashed the guard. It didn't even tick it. It was just thunk.
I'm afraid that's probably the game lost right here. And Rasmus Stjarnan with the last stone here in the 6th, drawing in to score a big 4. Pilsen, DuPont on the sweep. Knew all kinds of backing as well. But needing to work it just a little bit here to get it into the top of the 8 foot. Nice draw by the Danish skip. 4 on the board. And it's going to be an 8 shots to 3 lead for Denmark. No, this is looking tough now for Czech Republic, but still a few ends to go here in Pilsen.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
Oliver Dupont throws the first rock of the 7th end. Denmark will be quite happy after having scored a 4 in the 6th end. Is there any coming back from this end for the Czech Republic?
It's curling, so there's always the chance that someone can come back. But the Czech Republic's going to need extraordinary execution and a couple of half shots or full misses out of the team from Denmark. First goal is going to be to get corner guards up. They're going to need 2.
Okay.
Sweepers watching this rock come into a stop in a perfect place. The Danes wasting no time in calling this next shot. Another rock right in the rings.
6.
This one's running a bit. Maybe a bit too much momentum. I think that was a nice adjustment. Wide line, trying to take it around a little bit. And the second corner guard. Attempt in play. On this one, the guys are really working it. It's going to sit a little long. But with a significant difference in depth, there is no double peel attempt. And with a 5-point lead, Mikael Pilsen will be happy to just peel a single stone. And that may have been the plan B call, but it works out very well as we take a peek into the Russian-Finland game on sheet D. Skip Aku Kauste of Finland. Throwing a draw into the 8-foot. Front end, Pauli Yames and Janne Pitko taking good care of their skips rock as it comes into the field of play. Big score of 3 and a 7-5 lead after 6 ends.
Lehkej tap. Smetý line.
And a great opportunity taken here for the Czech Republic. It's nice to see them using the stones that are in play, no matter what color. and just playing a little draw freeze into the Danish stones on the forefoot. Mikael Pilsen will be playing a run back. And the way he's playing, I hate to say it's automatic, but it's almost automatic. Oh, he just misses it. Just over curls a little bit. Here's another look at this. Trying to hold the line, trying to hold the line. Misses the yellow stone in the rings by the thinnest of margins.
Jak bys to dal rychle?
Ale jako můžeme to hrát takhle.
Já takhle, tam to vede.
Jestli víme let, v pohodě.
Přidal bych. Určitě bych přidal na čáru.
Co je to za dílko?
Ten corner guard, já jsem hrál z čáry.
Jo? A my máme
z
dílkou
čáry.
zadní 8 a měli bychom ho pomést, když to stejný let.
So Martin Snittle being asked to come through that deep staggered port. In this spot on the ice, it's been curling quite a bit. Lots of good motion. Weight might be a little up.
Indro. Bude dotek. Okay.
Fine.
It does stick around to bite the edge of the rings, but maybe it was just a hair heavy out of hand and didn't quite get the curl they were anticipating.
The call here is just to play the nose hit, but Rasmus's first thought was a lot more fun. He's going to play that around the clock. Double go yellow, red, and punch that. Hits on the wing
out
over to the second yellow. But just keeping it a little more simple here, knowing that the nose hit will have them sitting three. So.
And with a 5-point lead, getting rid of that stone is the most critical at this point.
Italy, China, they're still going at it. Looks like China has a chance to score 3 again. Already picked up 2 threes in the game. Blue Ray coming down with a quiet weight.
Almost Mozaner's last rock was a freeze that came up just short of where they needed to be.
Urging this one to curl. Trying to finish it off, and look at that, we'll keep that back heel in play. Great shot by the Chinese skip. It's another 3 on the board to make it a 9-4 game. Very much in control there, Team China. As we see Lukas Klima making a nice hit roll and behind the tight center guard.
Really needing this rock to move.
Det er godt, Johnny. Wow. Ja, det ved jeg godt, men...
There you go, you can see that directional sweeping, hoping for to get a little more curl out of that running rock.
Cíleň plus.
5 moc, 5 plus je taky moc.
To je zadní 12.
Není tak rychle.
Zadní 8, zadní 4. Brzí, zadní 4.
Čekej, to je furt moc.
Pořád zadní 8, zadní.
Furt moc.
Just looking for the freeze on the shot zone here, just over curling a little bit. As we see the other scores in the Kosciuszko Arena. Like we just saw, China up 9-4 over Italy. Germany is 2 points up on Netherlands, and it's Finland leading the game 7-5 over Russia. All the men's teams in action with the 8 teams. They all get to play every draw.
All the sheets are active. Here on sheet C.
Jeg tror, du ser mere af den herfra, end hvad du ved. Jeg føler. Ja.
Rasmus Stone looking at a delicate little takeout.
This is the spot that has been curling.
Yeah, we've seen rocks move quite a bit, but if you're upweight at all, they run a hair straight. So pretty sensitive spot.
Seems like the teams have started to figure out the spot, however. I haven't seen too many over curl in the last couple of ends.
Yep.
This one's starting to take off. Oliver Dupont doing a good job of keeping the line here.
Yep, holding the line, making an absolutely great shot. And again, Rasmus, with that wonderful weight you mentioned, that very nice, soft tap weight, not overthrown. Involves his sweepers in the shot. By the guard, keep sweeping, hold the angle, and just enough weight to get that Czech stone out of the rings.
It's kind of all in for Czech Republic here.
Being down by 5, you're running out of ends. You need to try and score 2. There's still that opportunity.
Já vím, no. To těžký podle Lukáše toto. Hrál bych to těch 80.
No, coming through that same port, just wanting to tap these red stones around a little bit. Sit on top.
Yeah, he might even be playing a little attempt at rolling, but this is curling quite a bit.
Så får han svært ved at lande bedre, og så stopper den ind i den. Prøv man bare skal lægge den der. Du bare lige smide garden her. Det kan du også. Den kan jeg godt lide. Bare lige garden. Ja.
Så mangler hvis man er så støjt til.
Altså det giver ham noget, så giver det ham.
Har han den der?
Jo, den har han faktisk.
Det er den eneste marginal, han har, ikke? Det er den der for at tage dem alle sammen af. For at få skotten herinde. Så skal du spille garden.
Garden?
For ellers så skulle du bare her.
Nej, jeg kan godt lide garden.
So discussing a couple of options here. I think one is just to peel that yellow stone. Second was to just come into the forfeit on the intern side, but just realizing that he's throwing the guard here. The Czech Republic's going to have a really tough time scoring more than one. That's probably the easiest shot to make as well. Just anywhere for weight. Just need to get the line half right. Even as it lies right now, it's not really an easy chance
yeah,
for two.
It's not an easy shot for two. So it's great recognition here. Even if you don't throw this. It's a tough shot. It's now in the zone where it's working. Needs to come to a stop.
Yep, that should do the job.
Now we're looking at the crazy, is there a triple out there?
Question is if that metal redstone's just going to jam.
Yeah.
Might have to play the in off here, the skinny double. What's the degree of difficulty on this one? And
it's high. It's really high, and you know, I mean, it's there. The angles are friendly. You can see the angles right here. The angles are pretty friendly. You need to hit a 7/8 of the stone to get the redirection, but there's zero margin for error. If you hit it on the wrong side, Denmark steals one. And if you don't hit it perfectly, you only take one. And that doesn't necessarily move the scoreboard enough in your favor to have a chance when you're down by 5. But these are the kind of shots when you're in tough positions. You get tough shots, and the great shot makers enjoy the opportunity.
last stone of the 7th end here. Doesn't even... Has to make the double, but also stick it in the forefoot over curls. But will roll in for 1. Only the single for Czech Republic. Not sure if that's good enough for them. They're not going to be too happy. They'll still be trailing now by 4. So that's the score after 7 ends of play. 8 shots to 4 in favor of Denmark.
Rychlost jsem přijela, ne?
8-8, přijela v pohodě.
Well, clearly there's some Dutch fans in here today. Unless they all just chose to wear some orange jackets this afternoon. It's all about the Czech Republic and Denmark for us. The Czechs picking up 1 point in the 7th end means Denmark leads it 8-4 with the last on advantage in this 8th end. You would think that maybe the objective for Denmark is just to get on the scoreboard in this end?
A score of a single point ends this game for the Denmark team.
So we're going to see Czech Republic just coming out firing and putting everything on the line then.
Yeah, I think double center guards, freezes. I'm curious with Oliver playing so well why we didn't get to see the tick shot there. maybe because the lead is so high and Mikael Poulsen's playing even better, that Rasmus Stern is confident that his second will make the double peel.
This is also just confident that DuPont will put it right in the right spot, top 4, top 8 on the next one.
Yeah, that one went a little deep though.
Could play the tick here, but the call is just to come top 8 and take control of the forefoot.
Rigtig god vand i dreng. Plads lige nu. Plads lige nu. Fem er rigtig godt. Ikke det der nede i midten af 8. Høj! Høj! Johnny, slip den Mikkel hånden ind. Nej.
That's a great shot.
Det ser bare ud som om den der æder lidt mere.
James, jako dostat na něj zevnitř, posunout se.
Yeah, just kind of choking off the button for Czech Republic. They're going to have to try and move these stones around, and then on the next one, Denmark can start peeling the guards.
Yeah, and that rock's in such a nice position that the Czech team cannot even draw the other side, because then it can just easily be raised into any draw on the other side.
Fine, fine, fine. Good time. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Hold! Hold! Hold, 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 hold. But,
okay.
Pretty good little tap there.
That's a lovely shot. Change the angles, change the control. You can see the difference in the game here. Mikael Poulsen playing 91%, really just executing at a very high level.
And she's going to pick the top guard here.
Yeah, one at a time. There's no rush when you're up by 4 points.
We'll see Italian fourth player Amos Musaner with the last stone here, playing China down by 5. What can he muster here, I wonder? Oh, I think he was hoping to get more than one there. It was just a single point. And they'll still be trailing now by 4 after 7 ends of play.
Sì, sì, sì. Facciamo.
Martin's stats likely just went up quite a bit with the high execution on this end. Both shots thrown perfectly.
And this time the double peel called for Mikael Poulsen. Just having to catch the top guard just off nose. A big lead.
It's got a lot of curling to do.
Oof, that is close.
Just misses it. But still, the primary goal is achieved. Get rid of that guard. Get the shooter out of play.
Question for Czech Republic is, what kind of move do you make and when do you make it? I guess the answer is now. Just going to tap up the red stone here, try and sit in the pocket. Lukáš Klima.
Okay, 90. Zadní 4 jenom.
Tak buď ready, Martine.
Yep, 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 yep. Hard.
Oh, this is curling so hard. It is just diving towards their own rocks.
Doesn't quite have the weight, I think. A bit shy, a bit tight. Bit of both.
Yeah, it's just a bit careful. Lukáš Klíma has been playing the game a little bit careful, not quite as freely as we saw him play yesterday. Johnny Fredriksson really having a nice game.
See if we can get a few yellows flying here. Play the double on the top 2 yellows.
Yep, he's close. The on-off is always a good sign.
There's 1-2, and we'll sit right there.
And sit right in front of his own rocks.
Yeah, Van Dorp is trailing Germany by 2. Last stone here in the 8th end for him. It's just the open hit for the single point. So Germany in control with a 1-point lead in hammer before the 9th end. If we get back to Lukáš Klíma and Czech Republic coming down into the forfeit here. Just rub off their own yellow. No. Just right down onto the pocket. Very nicely played. There you go.
Now you think back to how good that shot was. The first shot from Martin Snittle to change the angles on the Danish stones in the forefoot.
Now Denmark's going to slash this guard in. I think we're happy to catch either yellow here.
Yeah, there's a big target. There's lots to hit.
Curling. Ooh, just barely tickles that yellow stone. Does sort of loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of space now.
Just a little bit tight on the broom, Johnny Fredriksson, but does get it off. It's not fully frozen anymore.
Unlocking those stones and changing the angles. Very valuable.
Tady to vystřelí, ať už trefí tohle, ať už trefí tohle.
No jasně, on trefí tohle a má to, trefí tohle a má to taky.
Já bych asi nebo tenhle posunul dolů.
Se bojím, že je hodně štosujeme k sobě, no, ty kameny.
No, nic jiného ti nezbývá.
Já to chápu. Když uděláme tohle, zůstaneme tady,
no, tak
on je schopný to smažit takhle.
Fajn, ale jako... Ten guard to neřeší.
Jasně, já to chápu.
Použije tohle, ať trefí tu jeho 5, nebo tohle.
Nebo můžeme nám prostě tohle, no.
To je brutální. To je tady uvolňuješ tyhle 2. Já bych tenhle asi posunul sem.
A zůstal
stát nebo nějaký roll?
Zůstal stát. A doufám, že houlinkej roll sem, jako vlastně když se lehce odvalí. Ale jinak bych hrál
trojku na freeze.
A co udělat tohle?
I to, no.
Je to problém nebo ne? Jako na úroveň tohodle, aby jakoby ta trojka neměla kam cestovat.
To je varianta.
Že jako tohleto je v pohodě.
Já si myslím, že jako tohle není špatný.
Ale zůstat stát tady.
Jako freeze je dobrý, jenom jako já koukám, jakou případně to umést. To mi přijde na ten tap,
What's the thinking here?
Tohle bych dal, no. Nebo, co myslíš?
I think they called the tap on their own shot in the top 8.
Oh, hele, ten tap podle Lukáše.
It looked like they were torn between that and the guard. Maybe just thinking that, you know, steal of one's just not going to be enough and wanting to get another counter. Just tapping this frozen onto the shot stone. And maybe sit half checked. front of the Redstone top four.
Yeah, and take away the run. They spent a lot of time looking at the angle run.
Čekej. Můžeš? Musíme, Jilko! Indra, nemám směr. Je to jenom free z předního. Točit, musí točit, Indro, Smeďo.
Across the face here, ever so slightly. Doesn't quite do that, but gets the tap.
Okay.
But I wonder if they've left the triple here for Denmark.
Yeah, I think they did.
Just had to cross the face there, didn't quite do that.
Tager de der to, så lægger de der to, ikke? Lige på. Så gør et marginal på indersiden.
Marginal på indersiden. Lige på er ikke dårligt, John, så sidder vi.
You know Rasmus Stjerna can throw it hard enough.
Et gram på indersiden.
Så sætter jeg lige på, så kommer det til at se ud, som om jeg er fantastisk dygtig.
Ja, præcis.
Men den skal sidde lige på mig.
Ja, okay.
On his best days, he can make these shots left and right. I think a lot of people's been wondering what kind of Rasmus Stjerna we would see this week.
Yep! 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 Whoa! 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 Yep! Yep!
Well, that's certainly an answer for you right there. Triple need.
You knew we'd get the intensity, but we're also getting the execution. That is a lovely shot. And some very happy fans.
Confidence booster. I think if Rasmus can get the ball rolling, he can be just deadly efficient. So Denmark all of a sudden lying 3. 1 stone left for Czech Republic. There's still a chance.
There's a little bit of a chance here. There's a rock in the back of the forefoot and a little bit of room to tuck this draw right onto the button.
Gonna have to try and get as fully frozen on the nose of that back red as possible. You know the double run back's gonna come.
This looks a little heavy.
Heavy and tight. Enough room. We'll sit on the back, half checked.
It's a nice shot.
But I think the double run here. It's a pretty gimme shot for Stjerna.
Hvis du rammer der med hvad?
86% for Stjerna so far in the game.
8 eller sådan noget? Du også godt op i pil, altså det er
jeg tænker bare, hvis du rammer halv på med pil, så burde du ramme det i hjørnet, så skal jeg trække
den ud. Vi skal bare score rent, for han ikke gider mere, ikke?
Ja, men altså, vi skal have den der ud. Vi skal ikke have nogen.
Johnny Fredrickson making a good point.
Jo, halv på godt.
We only want the yellow one out. Doesn't really matter how many points we score.
Yes. Yeah. It would be great to keep all the red ones around, I guess, but it was really immaterial as long as the yellow one goes away.
So just hit this top red on Johnny's left-hand side. Angle that second red onto the yellow. And Denmark should score at least one. Pretty close. Last one here. 8th end for Denmark. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And it's a score of 2. Great shot by Rasmus Stjerna. And he's looking like his old self. That's going to be a 10-4 win for Denmark. Dominant win versus the home favourites of Czech Republic. And Denmark just one step closer to the Olympic Games.
Nu skal jeg ud og pisse igen. Nu går jeg ud og pisser igen.
Ja, jeg har også trækket ud. Ja, det var en god en.
Yeah, we don't mind seeing that again. Seeing it was 1, 2, 3, perfect execution. Made the triple first, and then the double run. And that's the kind of shots you expect to see from Rasmus.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
We're going to pick up the action on sheet D. Russia plays Finland. They're currently in the 9th end. It's Finland with a 1-point lead and the last on advantage. And it's Kasper Hakunti, third of Finland, just peeling a guard here, trying to keep things open. Finland with love to either blank the end here or score 2, even a 1. It's pretty good. 2-point lead coming into the 10th end. Gives you a big advantage. Sergei Glukov, third for Team Russia. He's looking to come around the center guard this time. Not too worried about how deep this goes, just wants to bury, and they do for shot stone, back 4. And Finland will just peel the center guard once more here. Hakunti couldn't quite get things to gel yesterday, but it's been looking a lot more solid today. And he makes 2 nice peels here. Now the question for Russia, what kind of move to make? And they're looking to come half around the Yellowstone top 12.
Можно вообще форсануть? Нет, можно сейчас зафорсить, можно ударить, можно привести. Чуть поменьше, Серег.
Alexei Timofeyev, the 26-year-old, with his first of 2 skip rocks. Klimov and Razabov on the sweep here. This is looking like a beautiful draw. Exactly where they wanted to put it. Aku Costa and Hakunti eyeing up the run double here.
Ei joku ihan sentti ulkoposkessa, mutta varmaan joku... Ei silloin väliin, mutta siis se tulee siinä samalla.
Aku Costa made some incredible shots yesterday. Some absolutely beautiful run backs. So you'd think he'd be close with this one. Just catch it a hair off the nose. can run it back, pick both the reds, and perhaps even sit two.
Sorry.
Just adjusting the brush pad. We saw that yesterday as well. Just ahead of the broom, just flipping over, and the cloth touching the ice. And he's having to reset. He did that well yesterday. And he's off now.
Hey! 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 Pauli! Pauli! Hey! Janne! Janne!
Back and forth here between the sweepers. Pretty close, 1-2. There we go. Does not get rid of both the reds, but good enough to sit two. It's a great shot by Aku Kausta. And he's really finding his form.
Кролл нас тоже от -2 не спасает.
What will Russia do here?
Борт.
Timofeyev has made up his mind. As we take a look at Italy, China. It is the Chinese to win the game with a final score 10-5. Scoring all of 3 threes in the game. One of them being a steal. They're looking pretty strong, the Chinese. And Timofeyev has, I believe, called the hit and roll, Anne?
I believe that is the call.
Really important to get the roll in behind cover here.
Yeah, it's really critical. They're trying to work it. It's running a little straight on them.
And it's just not going to come off. So open hit for 2 and a 3-point lead for Aku Kausta.
Huh?
Yeah.
Last on, 9th end. Should be pretty routine, this one. But just as important as the first one.
Maybe not as thrilling as the run double, but just as effective. Hit and stick for 2 points.
Yep, 2 up on the board from Finland. And it's a 9-6 game for the 10th end. Finland has a few fans up in the stands. Finland just threw their first stone through the house on purpose, obviously. They're up by 3 here, not wanting too many stones in play.
Yeah, they want to reduce the amount of traffic, keep it as clean as possible. They know what Russia's going to try and do, and the Finns are going to try and take everything out of play that they can. It'll be interesting to see if the Finns attempt the little tick on the corner, and the answer to that is no. Maybe being up by 3.
It's worth a shot, isn't it? I mean, you can throw any way you want. You can throw peel weight for that matter.
Yeah, make the tick with peel. We've seen it done.
The only bad thing is if, you know, it's an extremely tough shot to make with, you know, like a firm weight. So it would obviously affect Pitko's percentages.
Well,
but I'm not sure if they would care too much about that.
No, really, the only thing you care about is the win-loss column at the end of the week. And lots of times it isn't exactly how many you make, it's which ones you make.
Technical timeout called by Aku Kosta. Not quite sure what's up here. It's probably a handle
issue.
Yeah.
As we get a look at Yevgeny Klimov, having thrown 2 nice corner guards for Team Russia.
Yeah, so sometimes just the battery runs out on these handles, and you just want to make sure they don't get a stone pulled for a hog line violation. So.
Yeah, and other times it's that the stone can be loose itself. The stone needs to be tightened. There is a bolt that runs through the center of the stone attached to the handle, and as the athletes are turning the stone sideways to clean the bottom and the running surface, that handle can loosen over time. We get a look at the head ice technician, Mark Callan, hustling out to sheet D in order to address the issue with the stone handle. So, as you can see, he's just got his ratchet and going to tighten that handle a little bit.
Do you think he loosens them up just to get some TV time?
No, I think it's most chief ice technicians' goal to not be on camera. But it's nice that we get to take a look at the hardworking people who make these events possible. The playing surface in curling is so critical to the success of these athletes. Great ice technicians deserve all the credit in the world, and Mark's worked very hard, and this ice surface is quite beautiful here in the Czech Republic.
Pauli Amias doesn't get too thrown off by the technical timeout. He peels the guard.
Nope, super steady.
He had such a great game yesterday.
And is the #1 ranked second at the end of the day. As we look at Artur Razabov. Going to try and replace that corner guard. Sometimes a tricky shot for a second player. It's not one they play unless they're in some trouble, generally. But well executed. Pauli Yames will get a chance to make the same peel.
Touch wide on this one again, but good enough.
Perfectly thrown.
Just Aku Kosta being a little nervous, calling on Hakunti for the curl.
A little bit of directional sweeping and a smile from the man born in Clearwater, Florida.
Хорошая линия. Контроль. Контроль. Легко. Свип. Свип. Свип линия. Свип линия. Оу. Оу. Только вес. Только вес. Пониже, пониже. Давай, 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 давай. Оу. Оу, оу.
Russia electing to come around the corner this time. You know when they're going to have to get a miss from Finland here, at least one. to be able to get their 3.
Jop, kova!
Kunti has
Tosi kova!
drastically improved from yesterday.
Kova!
Yeah, he's
Kova,
really...
kaikki mikä liikkuu! Paina!
Bit of a half shot, but it's probably good enough.
No, ei vielä.
Russia could come around this corner now, and Finland plays the open hit. Russia could come around once more. Just load it up on the wing. But first Glukov needs to find some cover. And make sure he doesn't leave a double for Akunti.
Линий много. О, много линий. Контроль. О, только вес.
Looking a little hot.
It's grabbing up, and it ends up being a perfect shot.
Almost running out of rings there.
Yeah, and as you're drawing away from center, the ring's getting smaller and smaller. That's a really nice draw. You can see it's undercover. And Akukauste is doing the math.
Okei. Mä uskon, no joo.
Well, he knows if he makes the open hit here, Russia comes around the corner again. They might have to split the rings, try not to leave a double for the 3, or come around and freeze. But I don't think there's many other good options, really.
No, it's... And still playing the percentages, even if they were to score 3, you have the hammer in the extra end.
Kova!
This one's running really straight.
Kova! Thanks for the game.
Germany has picked up a win over Netherlands, scoring 1 in the 10th end. Only singles and blanks all around this game. Binary code up on the scoreboard.
But a couple of key steals from the German skip to open up the game, and it ends 1 and 2.
Glukov to come around the corner. Again, as anticipated. Big sweep here now from Klimov and Razabov. Need to nibble the rings here. No. Can't copy his first throw here, Glukov. That's a bit disappointing. Definitely a great chance to get a 3 up on the board here. If you could make that draw. Still 2 stones left though.
Tää varmaan tasarinnalle,
Timeout
niin.
For Finland, and Kalle Keskinen makes it to the ice.
Niin varmaan. Totta, joo. Niin. Se ei saa päästä, ne ei saa olla niin eri tasoiset, että pystyy rollaan nojalle vahingossa. Niinku, ei se heitä, kun jos me pelataan tänne, se pelaa rollia tuosta tuonne nurkan taakse. Sitten meidän pitää heittää toinen määris tuonne puolelle. Pistetään tasan T-viivalle.
So just clarifying what they want to do. I mean, the numbers are so in their favor now. They really need to put this rock anywhere in the ring, second shot. And then it's going to be an exchange of... They should have takeout available on Aku's last rock. They may have to deal with a freeze. But Akukauste is having a really wonderful game. A very big bounce from the opening draw last night.
Ei näytä pahalta. Okei. Joo, varmaan etupesä vasta. Kova. Paina ja loppua. Kova jänne. Hyvä. Hyvin harjattu.
Leaves a bit of an angle.
Hyvä. Jos ne lähtee pelaamaan, niin sehän on täydellinen. Ei niin. Tähän on väärä ratkaisu.
So Russia could definitely play a double, but that would just leave an open takeout for Finland.
Yeah, the ideal shot for Russia is to sit, to hit this one out and roll directly on top of the Finnish stone on the side of the forefoot. And hope for an opportunity.
Play some pretty big weight to roll that flat.
Alexei Timofeev having a nice game as well.
Just not enough weight, really. Hit the right spot. So just an open takeout here for Aku Kausta. Last tone 10-10 here to, or last tone for Finland anyway, to run Russia out of stones. And this is looking pretty good for Aku Kausta, right on the beak. And it's a win for Finland. We have some joyous Finnish fans up in the stands. 9-6 final score. Sixth end, Jerzy Snitel looking for a double and roll, facing 3 Danish counters, but this one curling early. And it's going to be all over the center guard. And that leaves a draw to score 4 for Denmark. Rasmus Stjernen would hardly miss the house. No problems here. Brings it in to the 8-foot. Big score of 4 for Denmark, as they take a big lead. We jump ahead to the 8th end. It's the Rasmus Stjernen show on his first one. Makes a triple takeout. And on his second, the double run to kill the last Yellowstone and the game. Bang, 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 and a score of 2. And it's a 10-4 win for the Danish. So here's all the scores this afternoon in the men's session 2. China beat Italy 10-5. Germany picked up a win against the Netherlands, and it's Finland to beat Russia 9-6. And that's how the teams rack up after 2 sessions. China at the top alone at 2-0. We have the Czechs, Denmark, Finland, Germany and Italy, and Russia all at 1 win. Netherlands at 0-2.
Rasmus, congratulations on a wonderful win. What was the difference today for you?
I think we played a good game yesterday against Russia. They played really well, and we just decided that we would go a little more aggressive, take more chances, paid off, and got away with a great win.
Yeah, so you made some more aggressive choices tonight, but you needed the execution to back it up. Talk to me a little bit about your teammates' execution today. Yeah,
we felt we were feeling good coming into this event, so we knew it. But yesterday we were kind of just on the wrong side of the rolls and heavy on the weights. So today it was just back to process, just do whatever we've been practicing back home, and believe that we can do it.
And not just believe, but you actually did do it. Now, how much confidence does that give you heading into tonight's game against China?
Obviously, China is already pretty far ahead of some of us, so we need to keep up, and we know these guys are good. We've played them recently, and we know what to do. So I feel confident, and I know our team have a chance.
Great. Well, again, congratulations, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Well, lots of more curling action here in the Pilsen, Czech Republic. 6 teams tied for second place in the men's competition so far. So, you know, it's fairly open for everyone to make it to the Olympics still. Stay tuned here at World Curling TV.